for delivering such an emotionally charged message, and it's quite difficult to get up and speak about something when you're actually wearing your heart on your sleeve. So credit to him for his stoicism. My motion isn't so emotionally charged, however, it is an emotive subject. There is an amendment, the motion for council planning enforcement on unlawful use of hotels for migrant accommodation. This council notes with concern the use of hotels within Gloucestershire for the accommodation of asylum seekers under Home Office contracts, particularly where such use may constitute a material change of use under planning law. This council further notes that the use of hotels as long-term accommodation for asylum seekers may not align with their permitted planning use as short-term commercial hospitality venues. That such use can result in significant impacts upon local communities, including disruption to local services, public concern and strain on resources. That Epping Forest District Council successfully obtained an interim injunction under Section 187B of the Town and Country Planning Act 1990, requiring the cessation of such use at the Bell Hotel due to unlawful change of use. Now, there is an agreed amendment here due to recent legal developments that you won't have had sight of, but I'll go on with it now. This council further notes that although the Court of Appeal overturned the High Court's injunction requiring the cessation of asylum accommodation at the Bell Hotel, Epping Forest District Council has announced its intention to seek permission to appeal this decision to the Supreme Court. This council also notes the legal process is ongoing and the outcome remains uncertain. That the core issue, whether long-term asylum accommodation in hotels constitutes a material change of use under planning law, has not yet been definitively resolved. Local authorities must be proactive in reviewing and enforcing planning controls, regardless of the current stage of legal proceedings. This council therefore resolves to request the Cabinet to continue supporting district and borough councils in reviewing hotel use for asylum accommodation in light of ongoing legal developments. Ensure Gloucestershire's councils are prepared to respond to future legal rulings by seeking updated legal advice and maintaining coordination through the Gloucestershire Strategic Planning Group. And that's the end of the amendment. This council therefore resolves to request the Cabinet to 1. Request all district and borough councils within Gloucestershire to urgently review the planning status of any hotels currently housing asylum seekers and assess whether this constitutes a material change of use requiring planning permission. 2. Encourage those councils to seek legal advice on the viability of pursuing injunctions under Section 187B of the Town and Country Planning Act 1990, where breaches are identified. 3. Write to the Home Office requesting full transparency and consultation with local authorities prior to placing asylum seekers in commercial hotels within Gloucestershire.
Art, you've got 20 seconds.
4. Request a coordinated report from the Gloucestershire Strategic Planning Group outlining the number, location and legal status of hotels used for migrant accommodation across the county. 5. Support district councils in any enforcement action they deem necessary to uphold local planning laws and protect community interests. And the supporting rationale is very quick. This motion seeks to uphold the integrity of local planning frameworks, ensure lawful use of commercial premises, and protect the interests of Gloucestershire residents. It does not seek to undermine the rights of asylum seekers, but rather to ensure that local democratic processes are respected and that communities are properly consulted and supported.
Thank you. Seconded, Councillor Tom Bradley. Are you speaking now?
Yes, please,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Well, first and foremost, this motion is a recognition of the concern that constituents across all parts of our county share with the use of hotel accommodation for the placement of asylum seekers. It's a recognition that the rule of law should be upheld by all and that our democratically elected councils have the right and duty to make local decisions on behalf of our residents. It's also a recognition of the need for Gloucestershire to ensure we are not left behind as other neighbouring local authorities seek measures to prevent the unauthorised use of hotels by asylum seekers. The motion, Mr. Chairman, comes in the wake of Conservative-led Epping Forest District Council challenging the use of a hotel for asylum accommodation without planning permission having been granted. Sadly, since the initial injunction was put in place, our Labour government have used taxpayers' money to overturn that decision, declaring that the right of illegal migrants to free hotels is more important than the rights of the British people. Epping District Council are now appealing that decision, standing up for their local residents. It's time this council and all of us did the same. We know that this is already putting additional strain on our police, on our NHS, as well as flying in the face of local planning policy that everyone else has to obey. This council should work with our district councils, our city councils, our borough councils, our police, our public services and our residents to ensure we are fully sighted on asylum accommodation in the county and the impact it is having locally. Gloucestershire has a strong legacy of housing and integrating refugees and those who have chosen to make our country and our county their home, and we should be rightly proud of that. This motion does not in any way seek to question that, nor seek to undo that. I would encourage all councillors to look at the details of the motion and not jump to any knee-jerk emotional reaction to this before voting on it. Finally, if you believe in upholding the rule of law, ensuring transparency for our local residents and keeping our communities empowered, then I would urge councillors to support this motion. Thank you.